Hey, yo, happy 420. Tweet out the room, y'all. You know what to do.
Whoa, whoa, la, hey, whoa, whoa, la. Only Rasta can liberate the people. Over hills and valleys too. Don't let them fool you. Don't believe for a minute that they are with you. Shall free the people. Over hills and valleys too. Don't let them fool you. Don't believe for a minute they don't like you. Why try to make I unhappy? Really, I don't know. If it was up to them, my friend, we would never see the sun or the snow. Through that mystical communication within, we keep on coming together. I love to see brothers and sisters looking out for one another. That's the way it should be, not contrary. Stop tearing down each other. Only Rasta free the people. Over hills and valleys too. Don't let them fool you. Don't believe 1 minute that they are with you. Shall free the people. Over hills and valleys too. Don't let them fool you. Don't believe for a minute that they are with you. I just don't do. You just behaving like they want you to, yeah. I say, arrogance is much different from ignorance, and I know you feel the same way too. Many live this life without having a clue. No reason why they are so sad and blue. Blessings to go, so much things to do. Not a moment to reflect on the cycle of life.
Oh, shit, man. What's up, Brian? I wasn't looking at the phone. I saw Viking was trying to get up here and then left real quick. What's going down?
Not much, man. What's going on?
I don't
I
know.
got a
Still
hold of the
feeling
people in
froggy.
California. They're going to be sending some boxes over our way.
That was quick.
I told them to send it before, what was it, January 11th?
What happens January 11th?
I don't know. You wrote me. You said January 11th.
Oh, good. I told you about January 11th?
That's what yeah, I think so. No?
Yeah, man. That's the launch day that we're trying for. So that would be
Okay.
great to have shit show up before then. But we hate to say dates around here because shit happens.
Yeah, I was hoping to launch December 20th, and now I'm aiming for
Oh, here's Viking.
January 15th.
Good enough, man. We are taking what we can get. Um, it's rough out there. It's rougher than I thought. I was doing some research today, and it's like Solana really is dead, and like there's other
It's
there's other
done.
things that are starting to fall apart. What's up, Viking?
Well, I'm kind of sad, bro. Christmas is over, and I gotta take off all my gay apparel.
Oh man, so many bummers. We're gonna have to turn this around before Bach gets here, because that's just gonna be overkill. Because everything is like a little bit up today, except for Crow, which is a little bit down. Holding over 6 cents would be nice for people for this time of year.
So, Alpha, bro. I have some of the very first LP tokens ever created in Uniswap for fucking Matic, bro. Some of the very first fucking yeah, bro. Those fucking tokens are worth so much right now.
What, on some nostalgic LP tokens?
Yeah, bro. Some old school LP tokens.
I'll buy them off you. Matic is still in my top three. I don't know why anyone talks shit on Matic. But don't test these people, because I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. People saying bad things about Polygon. What's up, Voodoo?
Ah, man, still need that info from you for the NFT image.
I DM'd them about it. Did I
Okay.
write to you about what I realized? The original contract was with Grayson from Lootpad.
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't talked to him in a minute,
Hmm, that could be an issue.
but
Let's hear.
I wrote to Crocy and asked them what link they're using.
It's a very specific. I've never heard about this specific like address before, link,
And
whatever.
dude, this has been an issue um, for other projects, and I didn't understand what the problem was, but I think this is what was the holdup with the steakhouse. Like we were supposed to use NFTs on the steakhouse, and they were like,
Oh, okay.
"But like,
You
I'm here to
need
figure
access
it
to the
out."
contract. Yeah, you need to figure it out. So you need to have access to your contract. You need to get in contact with Grayson and have him transfer ownership of that contract to you or to what is it called now? NFT me, whatever, whoever owns it, right?
Oh, I have
And
ownership of the contract.
so you can go into the contract and make changes
Yes.
for the NFT, not the token.
Yeah. I just have, this was like 6 months ago. Last time I went there to like push Crow or whatever.
No, not the token. This is the NFT.
Yeah, I'm saying to push Crow out of the contract. That was the last time I interacted
Oh,
with them.
okay. Okay. So let me ask him then if you have access to the contract, exactly where you go to get the information he's looking. Maybe that might help narrow it down for us.
Yeah. Where do I get in touch with him? Maybe on Discord. I think that's the last place I talked to him.
All right. Well, I was going to ask our devs because they might be able to give you directions as to where to go to pull the information that they're specifically looking for to set up your boost. That's the issue that we're having specifically for the NFT boosting.
Right. So I wonder where he went because like NFTlaunch.me is Chronogods. So that's who I feel like he left. I feel like he bounced. Grace.
No, you got from what because I talked to him. I did an AMA with him when we took over the Krugers. Remember
Yeah.
that?
How long ago was that?
July into August,
That's what I'm saying.
so like 4 months ago. But from what I heard, he was working on GameStop's front end when they went to go launch their NFTs, and he signed a non-compete. So he just handed the keys over to a bunch of people. But the person to talk to who would be able to get a hold of him probably immediately would be 8-Bit from the Krugers.
Or
That
or
was
you could reach out to the guy who runs crofundme. What's his name?
I know who you're talking about, the Islander. He's from like Barbados or something like that.
Yeah, the
Yep.
He's from
Chronogods.
one of the Caribbean islands.
Yeah. He also does run the Chrono Gods,
Jocko.
but I don't. Yeah. Yako
Yako.
and Zeely.
Oh, I don't know the other guy.
Yeah, those two guys there. Um, they have. If I remember correctly from my conversation with Chronos Gods when they first launched, they have a great connection with Grayson, is what they actually said to me.
But that sounds positive.
I guess.
I'll take what I can get.
It's
Um,
better
I
than
missed
we
the
have.
whole beginning of this conversation. I just jumped in here as you guys started talking about Grayson, and I was like, "Oh, I can add some value to this." You want to
yeah,
backpedal
no,
real quick? Just tell me what you're talking about.
we're trying to track down information from like the launch back in April.
The launch of what exactly?
Thunder Token NFTs on what was LootPad and is now NFTlaunch.me.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying.
I forget sometimes about all that stuff. And things have just been a lot in real life, so I haven't been getting as much done as I wish I was. But we got a good team, and I trust everybody on it. So y'all can always reach out to Murph, knows almost as much as me about everything. And the rest of the team in Discord is very knowledgeable. Yep. So what's that? What's going on? What else is going on?
Well, Shadowbright just came in the room. He's the co-founder and artist for Grayson for the Krugers.
So he's got that good
You can invite
connection.
him up here. Yeah, he's been working with Grayson.
All right, let's hit him with the invite, just for fun.
He speaks really good English. He might be a little self-conscious. He's Italian. He speaks really good Italian.
Hello.
Hey,
really good
Shadow.
Oh,
What's
Voodoo,
going on,
Alpha,
buddy? How you been?
Briar.
what's up?
Fine, fine. Today I had a bad fall on skiing. I don't know how to call it, but I was like skiing and I had the fall with my head on the floor. So one sketches on the chin
Oh,
and a
bro,
lot of blood.
skiing
Oh,
accident.
Yeah,
take care of yourself, bud.
That's rough.
yeah. Happens. What about Grayson? What do you want to know?
Oh, what's he been up to?
I don't know where he is now. It seemed he deleted the Discord, the Twitter, everything. We don't have a connection with him since, I don't know, 6 or more months,
July.
more or less.
Yeah, this is starting to line up. So we all lost contact in July. And that's also when
Yeah.
It sounds like you guys lost contact. He made contact with a bag and took off. I think you got that wrong.
July wasn't a bad time to cut and run. We weren't doing that.
Yeah, he had a large bag and also everything that comes from the Krugers. He took it and.
Man, you know, and we said that we'd get to this day where we could look back and laugh about it, and now look at us, fucking A.
Yeah, not so much to laugh with Krugers, but yes.
No, it's not funny.
It's
not funny.
Yeah,
it fucking pisses me off so much.
Yes, and since I'm here and I want to say a thing, can I?
Yeah, dude.
I want to speak about something that I'm just not so happy that Bach is not here. Everyone, I think, knows what I want to say.
Oh, you're gonna rub it in his
He'll
face?
be here. Just say his name 3 times.
Wow.
Oh no!
Wait, what are we rubbing in Bach's face? I'm confused.
Well, actually, because it was like telling the Krugers that we used bots against him. Something happened. I can say that we didn't use the bot in the King House votation. You know, the poll on Twitter. We did.
Oh, because you beat
anyone?
Did you beat him in that poll?
I beat him. But now. we beat him.
You don't have to disprove a negative, bro. I'm tired of baloney.
No, but a funny thing happened because he was saying to us that we used bot against him. And I think all these votes were good, were okay, because we were so engaged with our community, and we called friends, we called the family, go on Twitter, vote for us, etc., etc. And so it was beautiful to have this, let's say, fight, because it was a beautiful thing to
And
engage the
that's fair
community and to
game, you
speak.
know. And Bach needs to realize, because I tell him all the time, that there's consequences for his actions. You know what I'm saying? I tell my kids this too. They don't listen to me either. But like, if you're
I
gonna
mean,
be out here
realistically, you should only
burning
have to tell
bridges,
about 10
you
friends.
can't you can't come ask people to vote for you. But
Yes, but actually, the funny thing is that happened is that now we was against the boomers, and happened that we had a flood of votes that was obviously taken by bots, like uh, 500 votes in a minute. That was something incredible. So we gave by forfeit the win to the boomers. Actually,
It sounds like
uh,
Bach tried to
it
get you
sounds,
back.
yeah, I bet
Bach tried to get
bot
you back.
bombed you.
well, I don't want to say that thing, because actually I try.
Well,
I'll say it.
I implore you to say it, because I'd rather you say that than say that the boomers fucking botted that. Dude, the boomers are too busy building to worry about botting a poll, bro.
Yeah, but well, actually, so that happened, that I was, whoa, shocked. And so it's okay. But I always try to build the community, to give my hand to everyone. And I also think that with Bach, we could, with this fight we had, that we won, obviously, and we could have we could start a little collaboration. We could start something that we were together in something beautiful, no? But it wasn't possible. I can't understand. And he popped in the boomer space saying, uh, after I said, okay, you have the win by forfeit. He came in the space and was telling the boomers, watch this Kruger, what they have done. They bought the vote. It, it was,
He
man.
definitely voted.
Man, he is one
He
sourpuss for sure
loves
when he gets in
shitting in
his
the
feelings.
pool and then jumping out like, "Hey, there's shit in the pool."
Yeah, we were losing, and we probably will lose against the boomers, because and he was writing like, watch this, the Krugers are the second class NFT, the boomers are the best, and they are losing against the Krugers. There are no one, they botting like they were done, they were doing against me. And I replied to him, all right, yes, I'm with you. Not about the bot, but obviously the boomers is better than us. It's a fucking company. They structured all their project like a company since the start. It's obvious. But he didn't wrote again, but he tried to start
Yeah.
something.
No, you've got the
It's
right idea about things. That's what's important. You know, there's a lot of dysfunction in this family. So, instead of trying to change anybody, we just learn how to live with them, you know? And
yeah,
we're getting there. We're all getting there.
we live with them. Yes. Um, yes, and that's why I respect you so much, Alpha. I respect
Bro,
you
you
so
should meet my
much. You
real
give a word
family,
to.
that they're much crazier than you.
Yes, but the worst thing I don't understand, that it is a very, I think, but I don't know, because I don't know him. But I think that he is a very the things that make me angry a lot is that I think he is a very intelligent person, and he is very capable of doing something very good. But it seemed that his efforts are in the wrong direction. you know, it's an asset for could be an asset for the Kronos
If
change,
he was to take
but
all that energy and put it into doing something productive, he could probably take over Kronos, but he seems
Yeah,
to have
yeah.
an inkling for just being a sourpuss, you know,
I know.
and
I'm DMing him
playing
right now.
victim.
I'm getting him in here.
Where
I'm
is
gonna
he?
give him a hard
Stop
time.
playing victim and Bill.
Yep, I've had enough shit talking behind his back. I'm gonna get him in here so we can tell
Yeah,
him
so
to
I
his
can shit talk
face.
to his face.
Yeah.
No, because it's like we all have the
Yes.
same frustrations, and frustrations don't do any of us any good when you let them fester. So that's why we run these spaces every day, so people can talk to each other from different projects. We usually get all the
Yes.
projects in here at some point. Just gotta wait. It's like fishing. Who's down there? Jimmy.
We can.
Where is everybody? There's like 20 something people.
Yes, because I popped up, and so
No, dude, you're
that's
so
that's
No, no,
that's the
no,
funny.
no.
curse. That's the curse.
No, I think it's great what you guys have done with the Krugers. Honestly, like they were super early, and it's much better to keep things like that going than letting someone that loses motivation take the whole thing down.
Yeah, and Shadow and 8-Bit, they actually took over that project from the person that had it before that just basically gave up on it. So these are like two community members that like took it under their arm and kept that community together and kept building forward, you know, through a bear market, you know. So yeah, I'm very proud of what you guys have been able to complete over there, Shadow.
Well, thank you. It was and it is hard because actually, if a project meant something, actually, we are minting something now, the wetlet razzles. So let's take this little space to
Oh
say
yeah,
that
the
on a business
razzles.
day.
I remember that. Yeah, tell people about the
Yeah.
razzles, dude.
Yes, it's the first. Let's say that is the first mint for us because all the minted crow goes directly to the project. So it is hard because what we are doing now is trying to, as members of the community, is to hold the value of the NFTs and of the project, and we are raising it. So the Krugers dropped to 70 crow in a period, and now they are back to 200 crow. That is more or less the mint price. But I think that that's the most important thing, that people minted at a price of crow, and that they are maintaining their value in time
I'm with you
because
on
we are
that,
for the long term.
100%, man. I sometimes I say that we talk about floor price too much, but this is actually super important because a lot of us use NFTs as a specific type of investment strategy on Crow, like as a way to kind of lock your crow into better looking crow, like a chimp. Like I used to say about chimps. So like chimps always stayed above 530 crow. Um, no matter the fact that crow's down 80%, if you're long term, that should always give you some sense of stability because chimps are building quietly all the time, and I just I just don't think a lot of us think long term. It's just a human condition. You don't zoom out a lot, but projects that keep their NFTs above floor price, like you got to say something about that.
Yeah, one crow is one crow.
Yep.
We need to yes, one crow is king. And if you don't believe in crow, better that you go away from Crown's chain. You go ever, so one crow is one crow. We are here for the long term. We are here to build. So what you're watching today is not is the same crow you will watch in in the next in 5 years.
Yeah, and there's a lot of FUD that we've been through in the past 6 months, on top of the macro factors of the economy in general, crypto in general, even though we literally dodged every single bullet when it comes to Celsius, Three Arrows Capital, you guys know the fucking gamut. Crypto.com had no exposure to any of that shit, and we're still under 6 cents.
Yes.
People come in here and tell me it's going to 3. I can't hear it. I can't. I'm so goddamn long on Crow right now, anyways. Like, $250,000 in Tectonic, straight up. What the fuck is going on? I never saw anything like that happening. And who pushed me to do that? Bach. So there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly.
We're all pushing each other in different ways. But Jesus, Kazan is tagging me in photos and he's not here. So what is going on Twitter? I feel like I'm missing something. Crow skulls? Is there something going on with crow skulls?
Yeah, they built back again, and very very good. After the little problem they had, I think that.
Oh yeah, we almost forgot about that. That was like a flash in the pan. Like someone was pissed. Like one of the 9 guys was pissed. Like, you guys remember that?
Yeah, but actually, it's also the fact that you can feel the real heart of the team, that they are there building and stressing themselves each day. I think the Crosscall is the best build dApp on the market.
Yeah, we were using boomers earlier as a roadmap that other projects could follow. I think Crow Skulls is another one that you can use.
Yes, actually, it is. I believe it is. Yes,
definitely. And even though people are sour on MMF and the Meerkats, like, you could tweak that roadmap and follow it. Maybe less tokens. I don't know. Who's here to judge? Not me. Where's the Meerkats at though? None of them are here. So what is going on?
Meerkats. I don't know what to say. I'm really confused. Well, not so confused, but I have my personal opinion that maybe it's not so alienated.
Well, I saw them reach out to the Utes and the D-Gods today, saying, "We've done what you're doing. Hit us up."
Well,
I guess they started on Solana, which I didn't know.
Who? The Utes or the Meerkat? Yes.
They started on Solana?
Yeah.
I thought it was Ethereum.
Yes. No, they started on Solana, and then they told everyone that they want to build their own chain, if I'm not wrong. So they were born in Kronos.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago they put out a Medium article about starting their own chain, and then they changed course.
Maybe it's not a bad thing, I don't know, but here, especially in Kronos,
well, they describe it as an L2 now, like built on top of Crow.
Oh, I didn't.
They changed the plan. It was originally an entirely new blockchain running on Cat token.
Yes, I am there. I am there.
Cool.
So they reached out to Utes, did they? That's pretty funny. I like that.
Yeah, I can find it. Pin it if you want to see it.
But that was pretty big news for the space yesterday with the Utes, the gods.
Yeah,
crossing over.
It's definitely some of the biggest news funny thing is, like, Frank said that over a month ago that they were thinking about going over there.
It's bullish for Polygon.
Yeah, but honestly, people still talk shit about Polygon. I don't know why. I've literally never had anything bad to say about Polygon or Matic, and I have bad things to say about almost everything.
Does Polygon have their own marketplace, or is it just all via OpenSea?
Oh, dude, someone tell me, because I have Poly meerkats. I don't know what to do with them.
Well, like, if I don't know, if
Sell them on Open.
Buck
You use
maybe.
OpenSea for Polygon, right?
It's OpenSea.
Yeah, totally.
You know,
All right.
there are multiple marketplaces over there, but OpenSea is the one you use for Polygon NFTs mostly. There's also like Looks Rare and Rareable, but OpenSea is the most popular one.
Yeah, is that why, or why do you think it is that those token prices spike when the rest of the market's going down? I always see Rareable and Looks Rare in the top 10 on a red day.
Well, I mean, during the last like token dump, we're talking like summer of last year, summer 21. There was a big movement away from tokens into NFTs because people saw NFTs as a store value. So let's say you had a lot of ETH and ETH was dumping, it was safer to buy a Bored Ape or a very popular blue chip ETH NFT and just sit the market out and wait for the token price to turn around, then sell. Because you would still lose, but it wouldn't be as dramatic as just holding the token.
Because the NFT asset value would go up as the token went down, like that kind of
That or the NFT value would not decrease as quickly as the token price, right? It's a slower pace. So it's a good place to store the native token while you wait out the market. I did the same thing over here on Chronos because I've seen the same thing happening with tokens. So right after I
What's up,
started
guys?
in
My
December,
name is
but
Jimmy the
right
Otter.
after
Jimmy, you gotta stop cutting people off, man. It's like an old
he can't
bit.
help himself.
I
Right after what was that last fork from MMF, Scrub Finance? Right after Scrub Finance, I started moving everything from liquid to NFTs. Because right after then was like the boomers. Right before that was the brain dead Gen 1. So I just started buying big into Chronos NFT projects rather than holding on to Crow.
Let me come in here and make some points.
All right.
You gotta get into Crow.
No, that's what
Crow
he said.
is the future. Excuse me?
That's what he said.
Who said that?
That's what he said.
He said what?
Crow, baby.
But who said this?
Voodoo. You weren't listening.
I was.
He's a Crow guy.
Yeah, I wasn't getting out of Crow. I was just going from Crow the token to Crow
Seems
NFT.
like you're getting in and out of love with Crow.
What's love got to do with it?
No,
Jimmy?
yeah, baby.
Only love, baby. Only thing we need is love.
Jimmy.
Don't forget this, everyone. Jimmy the Otter has a PhD in loveology.
Yeah, you know.
He is a true love doctor.
You're also like a undercover tokenomics guy. So what do you think? What do you think about Crow? Like, seriously. Because
Crow tokenomics.
No, like, it seems completely undervalued to me at this point. But people are telling me it could go.
What do you mean by undervalued? What metric do you mean by this?
I mean, it went down too much. You know, like, it went down too far.
Well, sometimes a company only needs a certain amount of cash to sustain themselves. As long as they don't need to sell it in the open market, the token price no longer really matters all that much. As Warren Buffett says, unless you're offering dividends to your investors, you're nothing but a speculation.
Huh. Well, here's what I think. It's given me a great opportunity to buy a lot of Crow, which is cool. because I didn't ever think I would have this much Crow. And I don't want to get greedy. Like, how much Crow is too much Crow?
I think the issue is the what else is on a relative basis cheaper than Crow.
What's cheaper than Crow?
Well, you have to assume if interest rates continue to go up, what would be on a relative basis cheaper than Crow?
I don't know, man. You tell me.
I mean, if you think, for example, that some tokens are below their 2018 highs,
Yeah.
right? And the stock market is 43% above the 2018 high right now. What does that mean? Does that mean the token is undervalued, or it means that the inflation rate of tokens was so horrible that it basically distorted their own prices?
Yeah, and we had the burn mechanism all wrong. People thought they were burning the Crow tokens and they were burning the ERC tokens.
I mean, it's Crow's what 7% inflation, so
it's not at full circulating supply yet.
well, that's a different issue. I mean, the unlocks are unclear when they unlock.
I tweeted about it today. I saw this interesting tweet that I hadn't seen before, where they had written out all this stuff about unlocking and burning. I'm going to find it on my timeline and pin it. Because they are
The
kind of
unlocks
vague
continue. Large unlocks are continuing. There's not a single token project that I can't think of an unlock continuing except
Here, I
for
pinned it. It says,
Guys,
70 billion Crow will be burned according to the following schedule. And it starts in 2021.
I feel like that hasn't happened yet.
Well, it says monthly. As a 10 point. Yeah, I don't really get it. The remaining 5.9 billion Crow supply will be distributed as follows: 5 billion Crow to mainnet rewards. That makes sense. 0.9 billion to Particle B that became Kronos Labs. And that's it. What? That's 100%? 5 and 0.9. 100% circulating, 100% decentralized, 100% ready to rock the worlds of payments. I think is that what it says? Rock the worlds of payments? Is that what that says? Everybody knows how to read, right? Tough crowd. Am I the only one reading this?
Sorry for interrupting, but I saw that Epperson, and then I have to go because I have guests in the house.
Dude.
I saw Epperson is here, and did we congratulated with him for the mint out?
We said it this morning, but
we
I don't think he was here this morning. So yeah, congrats, A-person.
Wow. Yeah, Epperson, 100% minted in. So yeah,
Here we go. Hold on.
And
that's a good one.
Yes. So the rings, Epperson, are you starting to make my ring? Are you starting?
He's coming up here. We all know when the mint out happens, the real work begins, or something like that. When project mints out, that's when the work starts. Something. A-person, what's up?
What's up, everybody? I hope you guys all had a very Merry Christmas and were able to spend some time with some family and some loved ones. I got a surprise of minting out when I was at my family Christmas party where there's absolutely no internet. And then I came home and then I found out that I had minted out on Saturday, Christmas Eve, so that was fantastic. Super huge thanks to you for letting me sponsor the jungle. Super huge thank you to everybody in the community that's supporting this project. And Ibisu Spay, obviously troopers, and like I said, every single person here who liked and retweeted, I just really appreciate it. It's minted out now. Like you said, the work begins. I hope to order all the material this week for everybody that turned in all their stuff, and I'll get spinning these suckers out and have them all out as soon as I can. I'm hoping next month I'll have everybody a ring on their finger that invested in my project. I really just want to make sure that that happens first. I want to deliver to my people that supported me. So, like I said, thank you, everybody. And let's enjoy what we have left of this year. And 2023 is the year. That's what I hear.
2023 is going to be our year. For Kronos, for all of us here, yeah. That's what I think. And I'm really pumped that that happened the way that it did, you know? Like, these organic mints are sometimes the hardest to understand, because we don't mint our own projects, and we don't like pay people to like tweet blast about it or any of that giveaway type craziness. So you end up having these initial rushes, and then like anywhere from a week to a month to 3 months of like a slow organic mint. And I was really thinking that was gone at one point. How long did it take? 2 weeks or 1 week?
10
10
days.
days.
So it was pretty
That was,
fantastic. I myself thought it was going to take a little bit longer than that, but I'm super happy that everybody showed up to support.
oh yeah, you
Just
thought
fantastic,
longer.
man.
I
I'm
thought
super
shorter.
excited.
I definitely thought shorter.
So, like I said, it's a ring project. Maybe not too many people are, interested in a ring. Maybe some people want a different utility, but this is the utility that I can bring. And I'm so happy that, it minted out. And it's awesome. I can't wait, like I said, to have these rings start popping up all over the place and people really showing them off. The biggest thing I can't wait for is just the feedback of any kind. Because that's what I'm after. That's the biggest thing I can do is see where my weaknesses are and then improve on them. So having more out into the community, hopefully I'll get some honest, true feedback and just be able to build better, stronger products for everybody.
That's dope. I'm trying to figure this community out. I still can't make heads or tails of it.
It's hard sometimes.
Well, there's just certain walls that these other projects hit, and I want to help them get over it. By the end of the year, we're trying to mint out a couple of projects by the end of the year. But I'm glad you're up here because, yeah, we were talking about it this morning, and I don't know if you were here, but we wanted to congratulate you.
Yeah, I was ears this morning.
You what?
I was here
Oh,
this
right.
morning. I was just ears. I'm usually here every morning. A lot of times I'm just ears down on the bottom, hidden in the crowd. But if I hear my name, I'll usually pop up. But this morning I was kind of busy. My wife and dog were sleeping next to me, so I didn't want to really wake them up. But no, man, this is awesome, man. Keep doing your thing, man. It's so cool to have an outlet in a venue where people can come and just talk. And then if they have a project, feel free to sponsor the jungle. This is the last week of the
Oh,
good
yeah,
deals
I
there. If you're
forgot
trying
about
to
that.
get your stuff out there and notice a little bit, take advantage of it, man. It's definitely worth it. It's a fantastic place to be, especially with your name up on top. It will definitely help you out because the community needs to see it, and so if they can't, then some of them only come here. So be available in any venue that you can is what I like to do. And so just thank you for being you and doing what you do.
That's
AP,
Hey,
I'm so happy you've sold out of your NFTs. But can I ask, how many rings are you sending out in real life?
So far, there's
Yeah.
36 people that have turned their forms in. So far,
Wicked.
36.
I want to see those motherfuckers. Put them on Twitter, show them out because I think it's an awesome thing you've done. Love it to bits. I'm a bit gutted. I didn't put my money where my mouth was. I'm so gutted. Can I do a private buy sale thing?
You might be able to work it out with someone in the community here, but I did manage to stake some Unicrons this morning on that corgi swap this morning, so that was pretty cool. I was able to do
It's
that
not
this
about
morning.
me. No, it's not about me. It's about you. Don't mention me.
Hey
It's about
guys,
you.
let me come in here and say you gotta believe in yourselves, like I believe in myself, every single day. And when you do this, when you have confidence, like me, uh,
But you have
uh,
confluence?
uh, 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 uh,
Oh
uh,
no, he's skipping.
uh, uh,
I got
uh.
it. I got it. You were skipping, buddy. That happens. You gotta get the old vinyl cleaner out. You know that little pad with the. It's like a wooden block with felt on it, and you clean your records and you get all the dust out of the cracks, and then you don't skip.
Yeah, I have a wooden felt on my billiard table.
There
Yeah,
you go.
that's
Yeah,
what
you
you do.
rub them on the billiard table, and you get all the dust out of the cracks.
That's right. No, but thank you, Cole, for your kind words, man. It means a lot. I know you might not like to take the compliments, but you're gonna get them anyway. I think you're a fantastic a person, and I love your personality, and it's fantastic. Every time I see you in a space, I want to pop up just to hear what you have to say. Some people might not get it. I get it, and I fucking love it. So you keep being you as well. I'm sure you will. But you're a fantastic individual yourself.
Y'all are being way too nice to each other.
I know. Cheers,
Let
buddy.
me add to the circle
No,
jerk by
Jimmy.
saying I appreciate myself.
You appreciate yourself a little too much, my guy. For an otter.
Oh, Jimmy, I'll circle jerk you, Jimmy, if it makes you happy. Just give me the link. Link in
Oh, you
bio.
know
Blah
what?
blah
Yeah,
blah.
A person has a website, and if you weren't able to get 7 of the different colored rings, either minting or on the secondary, you can always order off of his website. But don't overwhelm the guy. He's got 36 rings to make, for Christ's sake. And listen to the guy. He's incredibly motivated. So don't push him too hard.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, don't give him too much work
Yeah.
to do. It's Christmas, for fuck's sake. It's time for family. And don't overwhelm him, for God's
100%.
sake.
Well, it is a man dream come true. So push him. Push him. Yeah, I know that is a. By the way, there's +1 because I didn't burn my 7 rings yet. Because who knows? Maybe on the secondary you have just the ring that people need to make the 7, and I can buy 10 rings from the site. But I know for sure that you can buy from Epperson's site, but you will never have this kind of ring from him because it will never do the same rings. So better you buy on the secondary what you miss. I'm right, Epperson.
I think he's
That
on
is
the money.
correct. These are unique.
Yeah.
These are unique to this collection. I will not duplicate these in any way, shape, or form. So these will be unique to each individual holder that holds the ring, and they will never. You won't be able to buy this one from my website. You'll have to only get this collection from the NFT. And there are bundles available as well on Ibisus. I seen this morning. I'm quite flattered to see some of the prices. It's awesome just to see people believe as much as I do. And so it's just cool, man. It's something different,
Oh,
something
lay it
unique,
on
and I'm
me,
just
brother.
proud as hell
What
to
are they
be here.
selling for? Come on. I'm sitting on a button.
well, well, hey, the floor is lower than the mint. I'll tell you that, to be honest. But there's some package deals that were higher than it is to mint all 7, and it's a complete set. So there's some pretty good deals
I
out
need
there
a
if you're
couple.
looking
Hold
for
on.
one
Are
of
we
I'll
these
go over
rings.
there right
sweeping the
now.
floor now?
I'm big on keeping.
Just
Look,
remember, one of each color, and then you'll pick the color that you want, and then you will eventually burn the 6. So it'll eventually bring the collection down to if everyone collects their rings, it'll make the collection a 111 collection instead of a 777 collection, making the NFT even more
I
valuable.
love your positivity, my guy. I'm going to tell you how I feel. I think it's downright disrespectful to put NFTs below mint. So I'm fucking heated. Bottom line.
Yeah, Alpha, I kind of agree with you. I think anyone that has a decent collection and people buy and then sell less than mint price, I'm going to say you're arseholes, but it's what it is. People have their own thing. They can buy what they like, sell what they like, blah, blah, blah. But come on, play the game.
It's definitely a game, right? And that's why we were saying earlier, we give a lot of respect to projects that have kept their NFTs above mint on secondary without just overly sweeping it, because it is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. You have to keep interest in your project.
It's difficult. It's difficult. You need to make a lot of efforts and to build and to keep the community engaged,
it's a
to
hamster
stay
wheel,
with the
y'all.
community.
I've been telling them, they don't believe us, and then they want to jump into it, and then they're like, either the mint process is too hard, or the community demands are too much, or the hamster wheel is not the lifestyle they signed up for. But like, I think if you're starting an NFT project, you're doing something long term, unless you specify otherwise. Damn, you could
That's
have had a
right. And
pickup.
you gotta
Yeah, because
you
like,
gotta pay attention to your
don't be
project. I mean,
scared.
because if you're not, who
Don't be
is?
scared. It's not like until you die, but it's just long term.
I mean, if you do it right, it could be until you die, and then someone can take it over. If you do it right, right?
Yeah. Hopefully, someone takes it over before you die. But like,
Well, yeah, there's that too.
I definitely think that we have no idea where any of this is going, especially like 2 or 3 years from now. So I try to picture it. I try to zoom out.
Yes, but actually about the community, if you build with your community, the people that will stay with you, and you're growing organically, will be the one that will stay with you a lot of time. And so if you have the idea to push a project on the long term, and you're building organically, when you link with people, when you build your community organically in a good way, they will never ever leave you. So that's I think that's the way to build an NFT
Where did you
project,
learn that?
because
Because I feel like so this chimp was like my first NFT, right? And the chimps have never been well, I've never really spent a lot of time in the Discord, to tell you the truth. So maybe that's why I have the view that I do. But like, I don't see a lot of talk from the chimps, but like, we all had the same kind of vibe. Like, as we met up in here, all of us were people that found DeFi on our own because of the time that it came out or whatever, and the fact that it was the first on Chronos, and the way that we all onboarded was kind of the same. But like you were saying, the way that these communities form is really important, and the way that they grow is going to be important. But like, big picture, it is something that, because of how they inherently started as people with common vision, like, that's just a fucking lifestyle brand. If you don't see it, like, I heard Frank, I think it was this morning, or it might have been last night. I swear he was like, if he wasn't messing around, then he just realized it in the space. Like, oh yeah, we're a lifestyle brand. It's like, yes, we've been saying this. Like, if you have an NFT project and you're doing it like we're doing it, you're a lifestyle brand. You need to see yourself that way.
Any service needs income, and for a service to be successful, it needs more income than the service they offer. Exactly like crypto. And we call it, the whole Ponzi scheme is probably a really good analogy.
No, when you look at like the most
More money in, blah blah
successful
blah.
social promoters these days, it's like, look at my wife hated me for saying this earlier, but like, look at what Andrew Tate did this year with social media, and just have, like, being banned on most platforms, but having thousands to tens of thousands of other people posting short form content of your content. Like that's a chimp move. You see what I'm saying? We need to organize as a community to put content out, because
Yeah, but it depends if you're going to do the whole Andrew Tate content
no,
or
not
the
that. I'm talking about the
Island Thunder
structure of it.
content or the Mooney content or the Bat content.
It's
Or,
a different kind of lifestyle than
what content's going
Well,
to be put
let me
out
come in
there?
here and say a few things about that. I have my own NFT collection. Look at top.
Of course you
These are
do.
NFTs. Otter NFTs.
you have Otter
And
NFTs.
I am producing short form content. Yeah. So what is Otter NFT collection about? It is about the new man, or in this case, the new otter.
Oh,
From a
fuck's
long
sake, really?
tradition of otters who were once only floating on the water, to the new tradition of otters who now live on an iPad, on laptop, on train, on airplane, working hard in a white collar career. Through your investment in otters, you can transform the lazy otter floating on the water, eating nothing but clams, into a hard-working, hard-charging, white-collar worker otter. They will be doing these things. This includes texting.
Why
This
the fuck
includes
have you chosen
sending.
otters? Otters are nice. You're just like being a cunt, but like chosen otters.
You're a
What's all
cunt.
that about?
You're a cunt. You're a cunt.
Jimmy,
Racist.
that's uncalled for, dude.
He called me a cunt.
I know, but you are.
I called you a cunt. You called me a cunt. Sorry, what I
Oh,
meant to
here's
say
what we
was
were waiting
twat.
for. You cunts. Happy 420, everybody. Jesus, I was just sitting here smoking, wondering what the fuck Jimmy was talking about. If you're really minting something, this will be your third project with zero engagement, and I really think that you should either hire us or at least take a little fucking advice this time. You know what I mean? Because it's only funny either the first time or like the eighth time, but like the second through seven is just, it's not funny, Jimmy.
Yeah, but
Let me just
Jimmy
reply, if
the
you don't
Otter
mind,
keeps
by saying,
coming
"Hey, you're a
in.
cunt."
Whoa, all
Okay, a
right, so
person.
now
Okay,
you're just
I
adding.
won't say the C word, but come on, Jimmy, have a better pitch. It's
I don't
boring,
get
for
it
God's
anymore. Like, he
sake.
doesn't even have anything good anymore. It bums me out, and it's a tough time of year, and I expected more from him.
Jimmy, give us a better spiel. Come
It's just like
on.
old material. Strange. A lot of people stick up for him. I don't. What are you gonna do? Texas, what are you doing down there, buddy?
The downside is there's lots of people that look up to Twitter people that have 100,000 followers. I'm bringing out an NFT project, and they're going, oh, you got 100,000 followers. I reckon it'll be a good NFT project. Why would?
I used to think that too. Yeah, I used to be that guy that was thinking that, not the other way around.
Guys, I need to go because I have guests in the
Oh
house. So
yeah.
thank you.
It's not
And
an airport. Come on, ding dong.
no, they are inside the house. I'm outside
Oh,
the
you
house.
can't
So
do your
not
own
not.
bingo board. What are you trying to get wasted?
I know. I'm just trying to take the piss out of you.
No, I'm glad you came up, Shadow. Enjoy your guest.
Oh, thank you, and see you soon.
All right. Zaza, you should come up here and take his place, man. That's what I think. What's up, Tex?
Not too much, just celebrating my pipes not bursted and getting some groceries. Now having running water again has been like
Yeah, you really
fabulous.
dodged a bullet. Why is Texas so fucking cold these days, man? That's the second time in 2 years y'all had frozen pipes.
I think it's just we're not used to it, so our housing standards aren't as strict or rigid. I mean, I guess I have galvanized steel pipes, and I really thought I was screwed, but
Can
hey,
you
we made it again.
just insulate your pipes with foam like we do?
Yeah, I mean, we did that. We've done that. It's just we also have I have sprinkler systems and other shit that
Oh,
I just
outdoor stuff.
wasn't
Yeah,
ready.
we shut all that stuff off in the winter. But y'all don't do that down there now. You
We don't
probably don't
have
even have
to.
shut-off valves for your outdoor stuff.
Yeah, we kind of look after our own in England.
Good.
We don't look at the weather
Good lads.
systems. We
Good
just
lads.
protect our own.
You guys still got those war gardens from fucking. Good lads. All right. Citadel. I must be as stoned as you, man. I got the fucking giggles.
What you smoking on today?
I don't know. I got something good finally. Oh shit. That's what happened. I finally got. I went back to my dude that sells cartridges. That weed was killing me, man. I talked to the dude at the store for like an hour. He ended up being from the same town as me in Western Mass, which is wild. But what was I saying? Oh, I'm stoned finally after like 6 days of smoking the worst fucking weed ever. You know why? Cause like, give me some dirt weed. I don't care about some mid-grade compressed ass shit. If that shit gets you high, that's fine. Okay? But don't give me some weed that looks good, smells good. You grind it up, you're like, all right, let's go. And then nothing happens. I mean, I want to fucking find the guy that grows shit like that and just beat him over the head. Cause like, I don't have time for this. You know what I'm saying? I got
Stale.
kids,
Yeah, you
man.
don't,
When I'm trying to
because it
take some
takes
stress
time to
off,
do all that.
don't make me smoke a fucking joint and not be stoned. Okay? I'm going through too much right now.
Like giving you decaf
Yeah,
coffee.
man. I will fucking kill someone. So I'm happy now. I'm happy. Hey, everybody. That's not why I wasn't here. There was a holiday. And my best friend died. I fucking don't want to talk about that yet. That came out of nowhere. Not nowhere,
Yeah, emotion.
but
I saw that on your feed.
I just I didn't, you push stuff out of your head, I guess. And now I just feel like an asshole. Like we I went and checked the GoFundMe. We never even got the GoFundMe to where it was supposed to be. It's like 40 grand. It's got like 30 in it. And I'm holding all of his crypto. So I don't know where my head is. Zaza, you're here. Hey, man.
Give me a
What's
second,
up?
bro.
Yeah. We got about an hour left. So, hey, everybody. D-Rod is here. Where was everyone? Now everybody's here. Huh. That was funny.
I kind of like this Christmas stuff. Did everyone have a nice kind of Christmas?
Yeah, we did. We did. My wife, like, she goes above and beyond. Just really above and beyond. Like, really, it's good. It's good for the kids. It's, like, magical for them still.
I like that New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve always falls on the same day of the week. So you can, like, when you used to when I used to work, you'd have to pick one or the other. You can't have both off. When I was younger.
Oh, that's an interesting thing. I never thought of that. They're a week apart, and they're always a week apart.
Always a week apart. Yep.
Well, I was saying I like when the last night of Hanukkah and Christmas fall on the same day. That never happens. It's like once every
Wasn't
20
there
years.
a Thanksgiving
Yeah,
just
yeah, like
recently?
just a couple of years ago. It was like Thanksgiving and Hanukkah fell at the same time. The Jewish calendar is not the same amount of days as the American. No, what do we call our calendar? Roman? What is it?
Gregorian
Wow,
Standard.
sounds Roman.
And what was the calendar before the Gregorian calendar?
Roman.
Wasn't it Chinese?
And before that, and before that, and before that, and before
Damn,
that.
man. I'm too stoned for that.
It was the lunar calendar, I believe.
Luna. I hope you guys aren't still holding that shit. You know, there's a crow YouTuber who's like running a what do you call it? A Luna validator. Like, what is going on? Dude talks about Crow and Luna in the same videos. I'm like, my God.
I did see that.
Make two
He's a bit of a
videos.
he is a twat. Let's face it. Come on, we've all looked and gone, you're a fucking idiot.
Oh man, to me, come on. I've been batting like at least 950. I realized I missed a couple. But I don't want people to be upset about gym Kongs. Like, I don't think anybody knew about what happened with Nathan, because I saw people like commenting that on one of these like look back at the year tweets.
Hold on. We've got Texas. Texas is
I
part
know,
of Jim
that's why
Cong's.
I was
He
thinking
can
like,
tell us. He can tell us exactly what's gone off.
Yeah, I haven't heard from Nathan since he messaged us from the hospital,
which was like not that long ago, right?
Yeah, but you're still part of the project because you're on their website, and you know.
Actually,
So you're
website's
the
down.
go-to
Am I
guy.
on the
We're gonna
website?
come to you.
Oh man,
I mean, Cole, what do you do when someone's health is
did I
deteriorating?
get left off the
I mean,
website? I thought I was down. I was putting gym Kongs on my list.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna give anyone any bad haircuts because they've bought gym Kongs and stuff. Like they've bought any project. What happens, and I get it.
Wait, but it's not over, right? It's not over.
it's not over.
Yeah, so I don't get it.
Oh shit, is it not
No.
over? Okay, I didn't realize it was resurrected.
So what is going on? Is anyone...
But like, I'm also like, hey, founder, CEO, get your health squared away before we try to push this.
Oh, so we can't do anything without him. We can't push it without him. Is it minting?
I mean, it's still minting.
All right. So why can't we push it?
I think we need to go in another direction. Honestly, I've never really thought the grand prize was fair, to be honest.
Fair like what?
Or made sense.
Oh, because it's too much?
I've always felt like a grand prize of over 40,000. Just it's a lotto.
Oh yeah, well.
But Tex, you're like kind of CDC NFT ambassador now. Are you allowed to be a promoter of an exterior project like Jim Kong's? Is that allowed?
I was actually with Jim Kong's prior to that. So during
you got
the
that
interview process,
grandfathered in? That's
yeah,
some good.
kinda,
That's some
sorta.
good shit right there. Except there's no money there.
Not to mention the director of the NFT ambassador. There really isn't one, so it's kind of like, I don't know, in a sense, just self-contained at this point.
Oh, that's pretty cool though. So I think a lot of people need to kind of understand that.
Yeah, what is?
I'm not quite sure how they're going to understand it, but they need to understand
what does
it.
self-contained mean? I don't understand that.
I mean, who do I report to? Self-contained. You report to yourself.
Oh, well, I thought you guys had like a Discord or something.
I mean, yes, there is a Discord, but it's not like I'm getting weekly like to-do list and checking in and it's more of a need to, if there is need to. Like I solve problems when I can. Like someone asked me why am I timed out in the Discord, and it's like because you said the word bitch, but you use an exclamation point, and that still gets caught.
Interesting. So, do you feel like they made you jump through hoops and then forgot about you?
No, I mean the whole thing was a volunteer position to make CDC look good. I mean that's
Did
still
I
what
say
I
not to
I
do it? I
want.
feel like I would have said, don't do it. Did I say that?
I always thought that this was an opportunity to build a resume.
Resume for what? For Web3?
Yeah.
He's a responsible guy. Y'all should be like Texas. Don't be like me. I'm incredibly irresponsible.
You just never know what could happen if you fill out applications and scholarships and whatnot. And that's what your kids need to do too. I'm going to get my kids so many scholarships.
Dude, right? You fill out all the forms. If you get 5% of the scholarships you sign up for, kid goes to college for free. Not a bad deal. Hey, Zaza, you let me know when you're ready, guy.
Oh yeah, how you doing, bro?
Oh, yeah. All right.
I'm sorry for your best friend and the family, and yeah, bro, sometimes like Christmas, for example, and something like that happened, then you appreciate even more the people around. And I could see it through your posts, like how you've been talking about your family and stuff and these times.
Yeah, it changed. It changed Christmas. It's weird to me that, like, things like that always happen this time of year, and, like, people. There's, like, statistics about it, but I just didn't see it coming, which is also crazy because I should have. I should have, like, done a lot of things, really. And he should have done a lot of things. Like, that was what, last summer? So, summer before this past one, that he was complaining to me about his stomach. But it had already gone on too long. He really shunned Western medicine. He didn't want to. He didn't want to go to the hospital, so he put it off for a long time.
I'm sorry for you, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. Thank you, though. I didn't think I
And
was gonna be able to do these shows, honestly. And then I was like, well, just don't get into it. But
tough. And you said you are holding his crypto, or
yeah, because
what are you gonna
like
do?
ever since he used to, when he'd be here at the house, I'd have him like in the background on the show, and he still didn't write his seed phrase down. It became like a joke on the tapes, like a year, yeah, over a year, and he still hadn't written it. Every time he was here, he said, "All right, I'll do it when I get home." But he had a lot going on, and yeah, I'm holding it for him, or for his kids.
That's good. And how old are the kids, if I may ask?
He just had his son like 3 months ago.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, over the summer. And right? Or am I losing track of time? His son was just born though.
Yeah, you're losing track of time.
Zurian. Um, it's like the kid's not gonna know his dad ever. It's kind of wild.
Yes, it
Hey,
is.
Alpha, would you like to move on to
Yeah,
a more happier topic?
sure.
Yeah, let's finish with that. But you are taking care of the crypto, and when he turns 18, you're gonna just tell him, or what's your plan on that? And after that, we can
The
go to.
kids?
I
No,
mean, it
no.
will be a happy
I'm
moment
talking to
for
his
him. Like,
wife about it. She'll handle it.
okay.
The kids are too young. His daughters.
I mean, I also had my thoughts like, what should I do? Should I tell anybody like to have my seed phrase or something just in case if something happens to me, or
Yeah, I mean, he wanted me
you
to
know?
hold it this whole time, or he would like. I feel like this is. We didn't talk. This is why I have so many regrets, because I feel like I was always on this show when he was over here. I'm looking back and I'm like, well, yeah, he's on the show. That's great, but why were you always hosting when he was here? And I don't know. I also feel like we could have talked about stuff more, but he knew what he was doing. He didn't want to talk about it a lot. And he must have wanted me to hold it for them. It's in a separate wallet, but like I got to show her how to do the seed phrase thing. And we'll have time for that.
I
I
want to
also
know
want to
what
like
Texas is on about
make it a little bit
with
more
the whole change
definitive.
the topic malarkey.
What?
I want to know what Texas was on about.
Yeah, what do you got?
Like,
Yeah. When
let's change the topic.
when I left the room, I just left because I couldn't hear Texas. Did it happen to you like that? You can listen, hear one person in the room and everybody else?
Sometimes it bugs out, and I get selectively muted from one person or another, which is awful. And I don't even know it for like I'll be talking over someone, I guess.
It was like weird moments,
Most people think
silence.
Tex is boring, so they'll probably just mute him. I'm sorry, Tex. I'm just joking.
How do you get muted? I didn't mean to.
It's about the blue check mark. You got a blue check mark.
I paid for one. I
You
don't know
have
why he didn't give
privileges.
it to me.
Yeah.
Y'all told me to pay the $11. It's not even 8 anymore. He made me pay 11, and then it said, "All right, now we're like checking your profile, and you'll have your blue check soon." And I'm like, "All right." I don't see a blue check mark. That was like 4 days ago.
Pay for the privilege.
Well, pay for what privilege? I don't know. I don't even know what I paid for. What did I pay for?
Oh, it's all funny and it's ironic at the same time.
Oh, that's why I paid. Because engagement was way down. I was like, oh shit, he did that thing he was talking about, like shadow banning everybody that's not verified. You just go to the bottom of people's feeds. That's what he said. And I was like, well, this is too important to not be on top of people's feeds. So I'll pay the $11. I don't care about the blue check mark that much.
Is it $11? Is it $11
Yeah,
now?
I wasn't
Jesus,
kidding.
that's inflated.
So,
The cheeky bastard.
what you have just told me is that the $11 a month is the new way of buying real followers?
Yeah. You can't have, like, you can't really be seen. It's the way of being seen. It's $11 to be seen.
In fairness, it's old school. Put an advert in the newspaper, you pay, you get the biggest header. It's the same thing, but just on a global scale. I get it. I think most people really do
And it
understand
didn't
it.
affect the spaces. That's the thing. Is like, of course, people find the space because they don't need it to come across their actual tweet feed, because they either search you or they search the space, and it's here every day. But they're not searching out your tweets. So what do you do about that? You pay the ransom.
Yeah. Ultimately, if you don't like it, don't be on the platform. It's a bit of a no-brainer. Like, no like. move on. Job done.
Yeah, YouTube has charged me $10 a month plenty of times, and I've paid it plenty of times.
But you never hear anyone complaining about YouTube fees. That's the really scary thing about it.
And what do these platforms provide for you for your monthly fee? They give you endless content. I mean, I think that's what people subscribe to platforms for, whether it's Spotify or Twitter.
I tend to find that the irony of it all is those that complain are those that don't subscribe. And this is what makes the irony funny. It's like, what why are you complaining? You're not even paying for it. So don't complain on someone else's behalf, because that makes you a Karen.
Damn, you brought Karen into it.
Sorry, buddy.
Do we have?
Sorry.
Yeah, I thought we were doing better in Web3. I thought we kept Karen out of it, but we got some Karens. Fred guy's still mad, or do I need to click on you?
Nope, still pissed. You
Still
got it.
pissed. Still pissed. It's been a while. You're not getting over it.
No, that's for Crover at this point. I actually made out like a bandit. I mean, my one land ended up being pretty rare.
What's pretty rare?
The one land I ended up with.
No, what's pretty rare? I mean,
I don't know. The one that there's like 1,500 of. Is there 1,500 of one of them? 2,000 of them, maybe something like that.
damn, that's like
You know exactly what
second
bit of
from the
land
top.
you've got. Stop being a cunt.
Second
You
from
know
the top.
exactly what piece of land you've
I
got.
know
How much
it's the
worth.
third most rare one.
Like a glowing lagoon.
Blue? Was it blue or purple?
Let me check.
There's different color lagoons.
I was so lucky, and I've got a piece of land. I don't know what it's worth. I'm trying to be flippant, trying to be down with the kids, but fuck you all.
A flippant flipper.
Flipping.
Flip them. That's what they're for, dude. They're land tile. They call them tiles for a reason. You can flip them. They have wildly different prices. What a gamble! What a gamble buying those unrevealed. CDC never disappoint with their ridiculous lotteries. Reroll. We weren't gonna say it.
Oh shit! Are we re-rolling now? Are we allowed to re-roll? Are we gonna go back?
Yeah, I think every time they re-roll, look at what happened to Psycho Kitties, man. Like, they've never recovered.
It's
How much are those guys selling for now? Are they still like $40, $50?
Sapphire Lagoon is what it is.
See, that's rare as shit, dude.
That's what I said. I'm just mad for Crover. They took his blockchain.
That happens to him a lot. That happened to him with the Psycho Kitties. They stole his shit and they gave it to someone else.
Did Lowe get like a couple of blockchains, and then they ended up like Sandy Dooney, like fucking water shit? I don't know. I don't even know what they're called anymore.
And people were getting pissed at Homeboy that dropped a dime on the sneakiness. But why do we hate whistleblowers when they risk everything to help you out? Like, people hate on Edward Snowden. People hate on whistleblowers in general. Citadel, you want to talk whistleblowers? You want to talk re-rolls?
Man, I mean, I'm blowing the whistle on you, Gonzo up here.
Oh,
Homeboy's talking
let's
about, bro. He just made a post like 5 hours ago, talking about, man, should we bridge to Polygon?
Oh, God, get the fuck out of here.
Yo, speaking of that,
bro, I pinned it to the
y'all
top.
know Black Santa
No, how
has
about
a
you pay me my
Cardano drop?
$350, motherfucker? Jesus Christ.
Does anybody know anything about that? The Cardano Black Santa drop?
No. Do you want to go warn them?
I don't don't say it like that, bro. I fuck with the Black Santa drop. He was at Art Basel with everything.
Oh yeah, sorry, no. Black
But
Santa's dope. I still have Black Santa.
yeah, Black Santa cool. But I just don't know what they're doing over there.
Well, I think we should be more positive about these bridgers, these chain jumpers. Right? If they want to go, let them go. Let them all.
I want to see one of these bridge
Let them
jumpers
jump.
to come over here.
You want
No
Psycho Kids to come over
parachute
here?
bridge jumping.
I mean, I would be fine with them going to Kronos opposed to Polygon, but I would love to have seen, like, you know, someone that was established decide we're going to leave Solana and go to Kronos.
I think you're gonna see a lot of that. I think Solana developers, they went to Ethereum, they went to Aptos, they came here.
I don't get it for sure, bro. They're moving to a different chain. For what? For what reason,
I don't
bro?
know. Like,
Are they going to implement a game or something? It's an art project.
yeah, we told.
I see them
Right.
like Banksy, right? I see them like Banksy. They have promoted like that, going to different places and making unique art, graffiti art, and stuff like that. So you don't need kind of complex technology.
Right. Yeah. If you're not doing like a bunch of transactions, like why do you need to be on like that kind of chain or whatever?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Polygon. It's just like, use it for what it's good at. We don't need anyone jamming up the gears.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I mean, I always thought people kind of jumped like originally like 6, 7 months ago or whatever. I always thought like people jumped to different chains because like gas was so high on ETH. You know what I mean? But
They
like
did, and it
now
took a
that
lot
gas,
of stress off of Ethereum. Like, we got a picture of what ETH would have been like if there weren't all these NFT transactions on other chains. It would have been $20,000 a transaction on ETH.
but not now that ETH isn't.
Nobody goes to another chain because the gas fees are cheaper. They go to make money and milk people like fucking goats.
What are you talking about? Of course they take gas
Yeah, so you
fees.
think they're just hopping
You got to
around?
remember when NFTs really got hot, early 2021. Gas was a huge concern. It's all people talked about.
Gas was only a huge concern
Gas
on ETH
optimization, gas
when
wars.
there was like very few ETH projects. They umped the gas up. That was the only fucking thing. No one gives a shit.
It's all they talked about, bro. Check the goddamn tapes. We were here. We were recording. And
I'd rather check. Do you know what? Personally, I'd rather check my bank balance.
How's that doing?
Well, it's pretty good. Thank you very much.
All right, then check the tapes. There's plenty on there, and fine, whatever. We got a half hour left. Who's down there that we haven't talked to? Why, like Uncle Low, D-Rod? Who else is here?
So, Alpha, my 1 year anniversary on my ENS is coming and gone. Ask me how much I've used that.
Yeah. Same.
Can I say again? Probably off topic. ENS's another waste of fucking time.
I'm not gonna make it another half hour. ENS domains, people love them. They still love them. They still have like an unbreakable community, and they still have the highest.
It's Web 2 shit. Oh, look at me with my domain name. It saves people copying and pasting my very, very long 40 like text address. Cool. Well, no, yeah, you're just a dickhead. Stop it. Behave yourself.
Tough crowd. Zai, you got anything good these days?
Breathe. Yeah.
Can you bring everyone back to center. Deep breaths, y'all. Cole, if your bank account is fine, why are you so angry?
Because I'm trying to educate people.
That's not how you fucking educate people.
Well,
Jesus.
yeah, because I've been angry. I am angry. I've been angry. I'm still angry. But I can educate people to not be angry because that's the whole point of being angry.
All right, I feel that. I feel that. Plus, we got Fred guy up here.
But it's almost like, don't make my mistakes because my mistakes are now your mistakes.
Yeah.
And they're free because I'm giving you them for free.
That's the big thing.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Alpha, what about the project, the Thunder project, the NFT collection?
Yeah, we would like to drop it before the end of the year.
Is it a PFP project?
It's the Thundercats. It's 4,200,
Oh,
and it's seriously almost ready.
where's the sneak peeks?
You want sneak peeks? We got to get all the NFT platforms to agree to put links on their pages.
That's gonna be tough.
I know.
How
And
much are
Board
you gonna
Candy
spend
doesn't.
on that?
You guys don't start your NFT thing until what? Next month?
Oh, our marketplace?
Yeah.
I'm hoping V1 could be ready by like mid-January.
Board Candy. Come on, play the game.
Yeah. I don't play games. I just get straight to the point. I rather honesty and frankness, to be honest. But me personally, I just set a goal and go for it. I'm thinking I'm thinking mid-January, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And realistically, I would like to launch January 11th. I keep saying before the end of the year because I'm trying to push things. Everything takes longer than you want it to.
What's your mid price on these?
So here was the structure. You could mint it for 42,000 Thunder, or so Crow. Like, it depends. Crow should be around 299.
Okay, under 300 Crow.
Yep.
What's going to be the utility specifically for this project?
Is Thunder whitelisted on CDC DeFi yet?
No. Is
Oh,
that what
fucking hell,
everybody
come
likes?
on. At least apply.
Trollcoin?
Why not, Alpha? Come on. CDC's your daddy.
Nah. I mean,
What's going to be your
we
utility
live
Alpha for
we
this?
live on Chronos, but that's
Even Trollcoin's listed.
that's not
for fuck's sake.
that's not the end goal. And CDC DeFi is one wallet. I'll fill out the paperwork.
Yeah, but they're a good wallet though.
We filled out the paperwork for a lot of things.
I mean, in fairness, Saitama wallet's kind of cool. Them guys have got stuff. It's a bit of an ETH thing, but you know they're pretty cool.
Who?
Saitama.
Saitama? Seriously?
Saitama? Yeah.
You fucking
in fairness,
blow my mind, bro.
Yeah, I know you're gonna
no,
go. Really?
I'm just gonna say it's surprising.
Well, you know, shit happens.
Shit happens. You never know what to expect. So, all right, you're against all this other stuff, but Saitama you're bullish on Saitama because go.
They just happen to be. They're doing some good stuff, even though they fucked up a lot of stuff.
What'd they fuck up?
So that's kind of how it is.
I only hear things like through the grapevine when it comes to Saitama, because I tried to go in their spaces one time and I was just intimidated by all the wolves.
The downside with Saitama is there's so many people that got burned, and they're just idiots. I mean, I got in Saitama when I don't know, probably early days. So I actually made a few quid out of it. You know, 10 grand or something. Happy days. And then also, I've watched it go up, watched it come down. But this is the but. They're building, and they're building well. And even though it's a bit shit, they're building, and that's the oxymoron I have the whole process. They're building in this particular market, and I'll give them credit where credit is due.
Fair enough. Because I don't know enough to plead the opposite, but there's definitely like a sour vibe out there about Saitama. I don't know why. What did they fuck up so bad about?
Well, it went up. I mean, it went. I think it went to a. I don't know, so, for example, if you was to buy now, back then the high would have been 150x. So I get that, but isn't that the same with any token? Everyone's bitter when they lose money. It's like VVS. Oh, VVS is shit. VVS is fucking dog shit. I get it, but if you were in VVS in the beginning, yes, you made money. If you're in VVS now, you're a fucking idiot.
There wasn't that much time to make money off of VVS, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, there was. There was
Two
There was a
weeks.
2 week window.
Yeah, 2 weeks. We made a lot of money.
Yeah, and then people made a lot of money in 2 weeks.
The Genesis pools were going pretty well over there too for a while. At least the first couple of them.
The problem with VVS, and I've heard people speak about it now, is they keep pumping that shit. Now, VVS may be something for the future, possibly. Their ecosystem is fantastic. Like MMF ecosystem is pretty fantastic. But no one's going to make money short term now and like 100x their money within 2, 3, 4 days, like it was when those ecosystems first started. It's not going to happen. Unfortunately, for those that are muggles, people did make money. I'm sorry for that. It happened. Shit happens.
Why are you sorry?
Well, I'm not, because I was one of the people that made money.
I'm not sorry. There's still places out there to make money. I keep fucking telling you guys about Spaceship on Polygon, and still none of you are over there. I still have 10% in a lot of these pools that are paying fucking 2.6% daily. I don't put a lot of money into these things because I've been burned, but this has been going on for like, what, 2 months now? And it's ridiculously easy, even for muggles. If you know enough to fuck around with what we talk about, then you can do what I'm doing. XMatic and XUSD are pegged to what you think they're pegged to, Matic and USD. So if one of them is under the price of USD or under the price of Matic, I buy it with its corresponding token. And then as it goes back up, which it does every single time, I pair it back with that original token and farm it for space, which I can stake for actual XMatic Matic LPs. I can stake it for more space. It's really interesting if none of you have checked it out still.
But now, though, this is the big quandary is, you know what you're doing. I know what I'm doing. I've been around a while, and probably 20% of the people listening know what they're doing. But a lot of muggles don't know what they're doing. And this is why now we need to educate them how to do these things, how to do liquidity pools, the pitfalls, the problems, the issues, etc., etc.
Yeah, back to basics. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I forgot
100% back to
that that's
basics.
what we're supposed to do in these shows. I do that all the time.
Yeah, but that isn't that why you
Yeah.
started? Because do you know what? That's why I started listening to you, because it was the whole. Oh, do you know what? There's a group of people that know shit and can teach shit to people.
Yeah, we were on that this morning. It's easy. It's easy to get off track in here, especially in the jungle when everyone's smoking way too much weed, uh, including me today. No apologies, Briar. What's up?
Speaking of that, I just got off the phone with the sponsors for the breakfast in January, and they said that they're going to send over price points. They're looking for wholesale distribution, so they're going to send units over along with a bunch of different flavor pods, different potencies, as well as units. So
This is amazing. This is
yeah,
such great news, and this is my favorite part of what we do here is when things are happening and we're getting up to date information about, especially this, because I've been trying to do this since we started these shows,
so you're
right?
going to love
And
this.
like
This dude,
truck almost had something, and someone else earlier almost had something. But here, like I pushed too hard, and then when things are supposed to happen, they happen. Brian doesn't even smoke weed. He's sitting on a goddamn stash.
oh yeah, and Hyper, Hyper runs a big, like one of the largest farms in
Hyper
Connecticut,
smoke.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. He's doing stuff.
Yeah, but you're going to be excited about this. The owner of the project owned a string of radio stations back in the 90s and 80s, DJ'd for like some of the biggest hip hop artists. And then he learned how to develop when he was older, so he could turn the radio stations into internet radio stations, as well as help with the legislation of the legalities on playing copyright music, like having blanket licensing for playing internet radio music.
Yeah. People don't even think about all that shit that had to go on behind the scenes to make it possible. The FCC is probably just as tough as the SEC.
Yeah, well,
That's why I did pirate radio. We didn't get
they
any permits.
they picked winners and losers. I don't think they picked Spotify though. Spotify just did that all on their own.
Spotify, yeah. They just did the who was the car company?
They said we're just going to do an app and we're not going to get any licensing. And then when the time came, they got it with like no drama at all.
Yeah, like Uber. They did the same thing. Went into cities, dropped the app, didn't get any permits as taxis or whatever. It's just like, nah, we're just doing this other thing. You don't really have rules about this, so this is what we're doing. That's the ask for forgiveness instead of permission.
Oh yeah, well this is a cute little story. I moved into my new in-law apartment, like right next to my work, and I went to go register Briar Systems in the town. So I had to talk to zoning. I filled out the application, I had a meeting with the head of zoning to run my business out of the apartment. And when I told her I was renting an in law apartment, she goes, "That's illegal. You're not allowed to rent an in law apartment in this state." And then the guy behind her said, "I'll be there Monday with an investigatory team. Don't worry, we'll talk to the landlord. We'll find out what's going on." And they were just fucking with me, but not
Oh, are you
not
serious?
about the fact that it was illegal. It's illegal, but they weren't.
They weren't
I'm like,
actually
well,
going to enforce it.
no,
Yeah.
not at all. Because these are human beings. They're not Fortune 500 companies trying to squeeze some money out of the margins that banks loan out on mortgages at 9%.
Yeah, because everybody around here rents out their anything. And I'm literally not allowed to.
Yeah,
We
but
got we got the
where did that law come from? That came from the banks, right?
this came from, yeah, there's some covenant on this whole road, and it's got some really strict bylaws. It's strange. I have to be in this house 11 months out of the year. So I guess I could rent it for like a month. Them's the rules. Could be worse. Hey, we only got 12 minutes here. So our third and final 420, folks. I've been off my game. I know that. If you have questions about DeFi, you can hit the mic button and come up here. Hey, Murphy, Jesus Christ, where you been, man? Come on up. We'll be doing this every day, whether I'm on my game or not.
Hey, before Murph goes, Texas said something about a grand prize on another project, and it jogged my memory. I just want to let you guys know we're going to be giving away a loaded lion at the end of the loaded companionment. So I think we got some cool art. Like, I really do. I think our art stands out. And if you guys like the art or if you want to support us, anything like that, feel free to mint. And we'll be giving away the loaded lion, PS5, and a couple land plots. So check us out.
That's how you do it, folks. Thank you, Citadel. Honestly, appreciate the energy, bro. Murph was good.
Hey, boss. How you doing?
Chilling.
So what's up? Hey, can you send Voodoo that IPFS information?
Yeah, we were talking about it in here. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to get
Can you CC me as well, just so I'll have it for the future, in case Caesar needs?
the what? I can't hear you.
I said, can you send it to me as well? That way, in
Yeah.
case Caesar needs it in the future.
I think it's
Yeah.
something that he has to get out of the actual contract for the NFT.
And what if I can't get in touch with Grayson? Where am I looking?
So I would talk to Shapes because I know they had to move their contract as well. Or you
Why
could
am I
talk.
losing everyone's audio?
I'm losing him
Yeah.
too.
I can't hear anything. Can anyone tell me where I'm looking in the contract?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you because I just copied and pasted exactly what he asked me and to the conversation that I'm having with you. So I could just look in the conversation I'm having. Just look in the conversation I sent you this morning, the DM.
Oh,
So it's the URI link.
right.
Something you should have in the NFT contract. URI link, whatever that is. I have no idea what that is. That's
And
above
there's
my
no
pay
way to
grade.
see it without.
Well,
Okay.
here, I'm gonna help you out. URI link. What the hell is that, Google?
Yeah, honestly, I thought you misspelled URL.
No, it's URI. URI is like an address by itself, or an address with directions. So it is a thing. Uniform
find it.
Are you looking
Resource
for it?
Identifier is a string of characters that generally identifies any web resource. So it's a long stream. Maybe it is the IPFS, because that's also a long stream of characters that identify a logo.
A picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask.
What
All
are,
right.
what are you looking
But it
for,
should
Alpha?
say URI.
It's the URI link.
Okay.
For what though?
For
Our devs
the
at
token.
BCC needs it for
So
his
that would be a
token.
GIF,
Yeah, it's
right?
for your token. It could be. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a GIF. And I hope.
No. So what are you guys doing? What are you guys trying to accomplish?
We're trying to find an address.
It's a link that's
Send me
inside of
some.
the contract for the NFT collection. Let's call it. Let's call a URI link.
And if I can't find that, I'm just going to send you the IPFS file and see if that works.
Okay. And if you're serious about getting TRT to market this NFT project, buddy, you gotta get organized. We need at least a 3-week runway.
Okay, 3 weeks from when?
From whenever you're gonna mint minimum.
So from today?
I would say
I can get organized, man.
Well,
I was trying to get everyone else organized,
Let's
and then
get
I
it. Let's
realized
get it
I
organized. Let's
was.
get your price points together. You got your collection size. Get the roadmap down. Get your utilities down. Let's organize this thing.
Oh, we have all those things.
Okay.
So what else do you need?
That's the start. Then I'll bring it to the team and see how they feel about it, and see how many guys I can wrangle.
All right, nothing changed from last time really, except we cut out all the projects that weren't doing
You
anything.
need a roadmap and you need a list of utilities. Um, you know,
An infographic.
you could just
Doesn't
list
that look
those
pretty?
Voodoo.
details. We just want to know exactly.
Coming every day to this place and now this way? No, no. Voodoo, you have to list it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we're writing it
you
down,
got to
man. We're
write
writing
it
it all
down.
down.
You got to understand what you're selling. You got to be, if I can't confidently like understand it and it makes sense to me, you can't expect me to market it, right?
It's a great point.
You got
Yeah,
to make sense to us. So, when we'll
I
help you
figured.
with that, but you got to start putting stuff down. So, give us a list to start with, and we'll go over it and build on it. But you gotta take that first step, buddy.
They want to see that you take it serious,
Yeah,
bro. In other words.
yeah. If you're gonna put our time into it, you got to make sure you're willing to put up at least as much skin into the game.
All right.
What do you think, Murphy?
Showing up twice a day, that's not commitment.
It's a
I mean,
different
It's a
kind of
different thing.
commitment.
Like I'm not gonna brag, but you can see my resume when it comes to marketing NFT projects. It's pretty decent.
Yeah, he does all right. He
It's not
does.
too
He
bad.
does pretty
So,
good.
and there's a process to that. And I'm just trying to get him in line with that process to make this easier for everyone involved. So if you can get in line with that
I can
process,
dig
you're
it.
going to make things easier for you and for me. I'm not trying to change
Exactly,
who you
bro.
are or what you're doing. I'm just trying to tell you this is what I've done and it's worked really well for me. It may work also well for you. So let's get in line with that plan and see if it works.
I think a roadmap. I think a roadmap with infographics, for Thundercats is a great idea. I think people should probably have something to see finally.
If you put it down, bro, then it's also more clear for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
but there's also going to be a lot of unspoken things written down, which is tough because you can't promise big things to people in a roadmap.
No, but you can make don't even think of it as a roadmap. Just think of it in phases. Okay, so phase one, this is what we want to accomplish. Phase two, this is what we want to accomplish, and kind of build it like that. You don't have to give yourself specific dates, but have like obtainable goals, right?
Yeah,
when you start writing stuff down, though, it gets dangerous.
Yeah, I think what Alpha's talking about is being concerned about promising like a return on investment, which like teeters on like the whole like
No,
security
we're not promising anything, but what we're saying
debate.
is that within this period of time, we want to get this project to this phase. Whatever that is, you have to give people a clear objective so they understand exactly what they're getting involved with, right? Because if it's just all up in the air with just, word of mouth promises, that's not gonna, and this type of market, people want to see exactly what they're getting. And if you're not able to put that on the table in front of them, they just go to the next guy that can.
yeah. No, in all seriousness, like the roadmap is something that's it's something we've been dancing around for a while. Like there's things that'll go on the roadmap, right? But there's things that won't, like airdrops and things that we do that, like Citadel was saying, we purposefully don't write down because who knows what people are going to have to deal with in the future.
Yeah.
So the way that we read, like boomers have a very enviable
That's a
structure
tough
and
part.
roadmap, which
These
is
guys
why,
are they're very,
yeah, and the
very
way that they do
organized.
verified distribution is really
And
important
you can do that
to
too.
their
You can
community.
find
A huge part of their
there are different mechanisms in the market right now that you could use to create a continuous form of verified distribution for yourself, right? So these are the kind of things you want to
right.
plan out with your mint, right? So, okay, let's say you commit, and let's say this is like MMF a year ago, right? In that environment. let's say you had committed 50% of your mint to specific pools generating X amount of dollars a week, and then using those dollars to feed into your holders pool as a form of verified distribution. Like there's still those mechanisms around in existence right now, and people like to see that. So it shows like some type of responsible plan on how to manage the money that you're raising for the NFTs, right? So that it's just not out
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
there in
Well,
ideas. If you're gonna use it for,
what we're doing is what the whole Thunder project is about, which is again why we don't write it down, because it's tied to a token. So what we're doing that we're not writing down is burning 95% of the supply and minting in Thunder as a discounted token, but also if you mint in Crow, that goes straight to a 50% Thunder buy LP creation, right? So you're getting 50% upward price action on each transaction, which literally puts Thunder at a new all-time high. But you can't write that shit down. You know what I mean?
Yo, what's verified distribution mean? What do you guys mean by that?
It means they put all the mint funds into a pool, into a wallet that everyone can see on the website, and everyone can claim a portion of it
it's basically
as
non-custodial
holders.
non-custodial staking for NFTs. So you're
Yeah.
able to just hold the NFT in your wallet and just go visit the website and get the same thing you would get from a custodial NFT staking like Crodex or any of the other platforms. Um,
Okay, yeah, like a faucet or
Kind of
something.
like
You just
it's
go
basically
and click a button.
non-custodial staking, right? Same exact concept. Pool money goes into a pool divided by NFT holders. NFT holders can go to site, retrieve their portion of the pool at any time, and you continuously add to that pool, right? So for boomers, for example, the secondary sales from the NFTs, there's a percentage of it that goes back into that mattress fund, which is what they call their pool, right? When they mint a project, portions of the mint goes into that pool. So they're continuously feeding it with different streams of revenue. So every couple of days, I get about 200 quotes from holding my Boomer Squad Gen Zero NFTs.
Okay, but it's just like it sounds like a nice term, verified distribution. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
It does. It sounds nice. That's
So what is
that's
utopia
alliteration.
with? What's utopia with token distribution from a hypothetical token
What's
for a
utopian?
liquidity pool?
Utopian would be
right.
like 90% of a token being in a liquidity pool.
And who provides
No,
that 90% liquidity?
The holders.
So the holders provide it, not the token creator, because that
The
makes a big
token
difference. I mean,
creator would be a
the
holder,
downside is there's so many people that don't understand the mechanics of LPs, etc.
right? Still, yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there. Oh shit, we missed 420. God damn it. We still burn through 420s, y'all. I told you I'm off my game, and you know why. So, ICK, what's up?
I have a question about liquidity pools since we're having this discussion, right?
Keep it quick. Keep it
Um,
quick. I see.
oh fuck you, God.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, so here's my understanding of a liquidity pool, right? Now, I'm open to correction, and there seems to be a lot of people who know about it. So, if I am incorrect, please stop me. At the end, though, not halfway through. Um, I take my good crypto, okay, and I sell half my good crypto to buy a bad crypto. And then I put both my good and my bad cryptos into a liquidity pool. And then I get paid back out in the bad crypto on a daily basis.
Which you trade for the good crypto and put back into the liquidity pool. You're halfway there.
He said, "Don't interrupt," but you're interrupting him. Come on, play
I
the
didn't
game.
interrupt. He was
No, no,
finished.
that's it. That's
He
it.
was
That's it.
finished. Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking.
Oh fuck! You were finished. That was your whole speech. you're fucked if you don't know fuck all about liquidity pools. Yeah, best thing you can do
It's
with
all we got
LPs
in
is
DeFi, and
don't play with them.
you can't trust the centralized exchanges. So, I mean, if anyone has better ideas than liquidity pools, I'm also here for that shit.
The only way to play with an LP is when it's gonna go ballistic and they're offering you fucking insane amounts of rewards. Do it maximum 2 weeks and then fuck off. Go, leave, take your money, go to the Bahamas, pay for prostitutes,
It's
do
guys
whatever you
like
need to
you
do.
that killed MMF, bro. That's fucked up.
But am I wrong?
It's only a bad token
No.
if you don't like it, then it's bad, and if you like it, then it's good.
Well, also, I think part of the math is if your impermanent loss is greater than the amount that you're gaining, then it's a loss. You need to get rid of that whole pair and try a different pair and go a different direction. So as long as you're gaining, so that means that the amount that the total value of your LP token diminishing is not outpacing the rewards that you're getting.
Yeah, that's a really good metric.
Okay, so if the rate of return on the LP is better than the staking return from a non-LP delegation to a validator, then is that
No, so
the only case
no, the
where
LP that you're holding. So let's say you have a good token and your bad token, you put them together into one LP. So your bad token is going to have the tendency to drag your LP value down. So let's say you started off at let's make it simple, a $10
Well, that's
value.
because you're equating bad token to a token that goes
Well, it all
down in
works the
value.
same way because there's always going to be
no,
some.
what I mean by bad
No,
token
I'm
is
saying
like,
Voodoo is assuming
Oh,
that.
no,
You're
okay,
it
sorry.
all works the same way because no token will remain the same price as when you got in. So they're always moving in different directions, right? So you should watch this no matter you think it's a good token or bad token, a maybe token, a hopeful token, or go to the moon token. They're all the same. When you put two tokens together, they're not going to move.
That's what I'm
They're
saying.
not going to
Yeah.
move together. The best you can do is pair it with a stable coin like USDC or USDT, so at least you have control of half your LP. But more than likely, they're going to move around. So what you need to pay attention to, so let's say you have a $10 value. So you have $5 in BCC and $5 in Pro, right? If it starts diminishing in value, so let's say Board Candy starts losing value, and now your overall LP is worth $9. So your LP token is worth $9. If you're making $2 a day in rewards, it doesn't matter, right? Because your diminishing LP value is not outpacing the rewards that you're getting out of it. Even if you take the rewards and cash out into a stable coin, or you take those rewards and you compound it, you're still okay. But once you get to the point,
But man, you're talking about like a 20% return in a day
I'm
there.
just giving
You know,
you
the
as an
reality of it is,
example. I'm giving you a big example so you can see exactly the concept of
yeah.
what I'm trying to describe to you. These are not specific.
Although we've had 20 return days, but those don't last.
I'm making 2% a day now on my best pools. So they're
Yeah,
still
that's a
out
good
there.
one.
We just got to hunt them down.
That's why I was talking spaceship, and that's what got Cole fired up. Like I was pumping my own bags. I'm literally just telling you that there's like $7,000 in the XUSDC Xmatic pool, and that shit is paying out like 2.8% daily. That's all. That's it. That's all I got. Over 2 is fucking great.
And where's that 2% coming from?
Space.
No, I'm getting 2% on board
That's the
candy.
name of the token. Space.
I'm getting 2%
Wasn't
on
being
board
wise.
candy right now on the board candy USDC pair. I have about 10 grand in there and I'm pulling about $150, $160.
Oh yeah, yo, my board candy pools are even better though. No shit. Than spaceship. The candy tectonic. Again, why am I the only one in there, you fucks? I got that shit double boosted. I'm making like 3% a day in candy. What is going on?
But my question is, where is that money coming from? Is it coming from trading fees? Is it where is it coming
It's a
from?
combination of things. First of all, Board Candy Dex started off with over $300,000 and its own liquidity from the token raise and also the NFT. All of the liquidity from both those raise went into the token. Afterwards, it's been all the generation of transactions, plus people bringing in their own liquidity, which has brought the DEX over. I think we're sitting at like 1.1 million of US dollars in liquidity in the pool, in the DEX right now. But everything that we do, we generate income that goes back into the token. So all of these token listings, all the
Yeah, where does it come from, man? Where does it come
it
from?
comes from people
Because
using the DEX. Every transaction, there's a 0.15% transaction fee. 5% gets burned. The other 10% gets added to liquidity. So every transaction
so it comes is it from everybody buying the token? Is that
is
it?
from everyone trading on the DEX. But yes, buying the token. There's also a 10% fee if you sell the token. That also gets back into liquidity. So we create as many
10,
avenues.
did you say 10%?
Yes, there's a 10% fee.
Oh yeah, there's a 10% liquidity pair fee on Thunder if you sell it. Except there hasn't been since Friday because it's a goddamn holiday. We had
10%.
Yes,
a
it's
tax-free
not for
weekend.
everyone, buddy. It's not for everyone, but
Yeah.
there are people still making money doing this right now.
Oh, y'all loved it when it was called Safe Moon, and where did all that shit go?
No, we didn't. Not all of us loved it.
No, I never did the Safe Moon thing, but people loved it. People still love it. It's still around.
Okay, so you're getting money from people use so like let's say, and this from the reason I'm asking the questions for so
IGK,
I'm
you're
not.
really close to the whole like all of crypto is a Ponzi scheme.
No. I'm just
Eh.
I actually just don't understand. So I'm trying to understand. So let's say we're on VVS, right, or some decks, right, and I'm in, let's say, Crow paired with token X, right? And no one's buying any Crow on VVS and no one's buying any token X on VVS. How
Look,
does
even Cole left. He's like, we got. This guy took my place. No problem.
so how does the liquidity pool make money to make a return to pay out to? Is it from people buying VVS or what is it?
Well,
Are people still buying media?
From a DEX perspective, just because that one specific pool is not making money doesn't mean that the DEX itself is not making money. So it'll just allocate rewards from or transaction fees from other pools to make up for that. So that's why you'll see the fluctuation of the percentages, because those are all adjusted based on the amount of rewards that's available. For example, on our block, we mint 5 tokens per block. So every block, 5 new candy tokens come on the market. We had a little fuss a couple of weeks, well, not even a couple of weeks, but last week, because we brought on these new vaults onto our platform, which basically allows people to customize the vaults for putting away both tokens and NFT. A lot of people were upset because once those vaults went live, some of our longer holders that were involved in the original vaults, the 1 year, 6 month, 3 month vault, they felt upset that their percentages were going down. But like I explained to them, we only have so many tokens to work with. So we have to pull from somewhere. And we tried to make it as broad as possible so it wasn't one specific pool that was diminished, but we couldn't just print things out of the air to make up for these new vaults. So most decks work the same way. So just because one specific pool is not generating enough, they can pull it from other places in the decks to make up that difference. And you'll see like a diminishing reward
But
system.
doesn't that mean that the other pools are suffering as a result of, say, a pool that's not performing, being propped up artificially?
Well, that's really up to the DEX managers to see those pools and remove them when they're not performing, right? So if that pool is not generating enough fees, I mean, you know exactly, there's no way I can look into our DEX and tell you exactly how many fees each pool is generating. And in most situation, it's generating more fees than rewards, right? So if that equation changes, it's up to the DEX managers to get rid of those tokens. They just can't list them and find something that's more. It's
Okay,
better to.
so what if someone had a lot of tokens to put into a liquidity pool on your platform? For example, Trollcoin. You know, would you accept it or not accept it? What's your
We have the
benchmark?
same. We have a straight standard for anyone. Any Crow community coin can come on and whitelist on our deck. All we ask is that you bring 10K liquidity of your own liquidity.
What's the whitelist
Whitelist is
benchmark
so
though?
when you go whitelist is when you go to the DEX and you hit that down arrow, and those tokens are listed there. So you don't have to enter the contract address in order to find the token. It just makes it easier for people to trade them. But we will provide you that service as long as you bring 10K in liquidity. We don't keep that liquidity. That liquidity is there just to keep the price impact at a minimum, right? So the least amount of liquidity you have for a pair, besides if there's like any, like in our case, our token has a sell fee. So, and then there's the DEX fee. So really, when you're transacting, when you're selling candy, your fees is going to be anywhere between 10 and 12% on average, because you have to account for the 10% tax on the sell, and then roughly anywhere between like 0.5 to 2% transaction fee, right? Right? So you have to account for that.
Okay, sorry, Voodoo. Just sorry to stop you there, but what are you accepting the liquidity in? Is it in the actual token
It's for
itself,
the pair that you're
or
going to trade. So, if, for example, if Cole brings over Troll Coin, you would want something common like Troll Crow or Troll or Troll USDC.
so five and five in the pairing for the liquidity pool? Is that
Exactly. And
correct?
then you set up a vault on our platform where you store that pair that you create for, let's say, 6 months. Okay, then we'll say, fine. Now that you have your token whitelisted with us, now let's talk about farming. And the farms are easy. As like, let's say Troll Farm, for another example, they can create a Troll Crow LP, and then they would provide us with the Troll coin to pay your holders for that reward. So you could do the way that Alpha did. Alpha didn't come up with 10K on his own. He came up with 10 with about, like, I think he got up to like 6 or 7K, and then the rest was the community just raised it. People just created the LP on the decks.
That's yeah, and that's how we do it on every single dex, like I'll do 70-80%, and the rest is all the community. And Cole, honestly, like that's probably
And
ideal.
it's easy.
i
And
i, I don't
we're
know,
com- we're
but
completely okay with that. The only thing we reserve is that if the price impact becomes uncompetitive, we won't delist your token, but it won't be whitelisted any longer, right? Because the price impact just becomes too much. So if people are having to pay an additional 20% to get in and out of your token, it doesn't make sense for us to promote it.
Yeah, I understand that, but what if there's a token that a lot of other dexers have, and you're saying, "Oh, we're not going to whitelist your token," but a lot of other ones do. How does that pan out then?
I mean, it works out fine for us. I mean, there's some tokens on our decks that we've just brought on because it makes sense. There's a lot of trading value there, right? Because we want the transactions. And there's tokens that we've worked with the community, with the project lead to bring onto our decks. Um, it's always advantageous to a DEX to have as many trading options as possible, right? And because of our native token and it's the largest liquidity pair on the DEX, it if you don't disable something like the multi hops, it wants to trade through candy every time. Because that's one of the things we've had to explain to people multiple times is if you're going to trade a smaller token, for example, either Scratch or a Thunder, make sure you disable multi hops, because what's going to happen is it's going to want to trade through candy. It's going to find the direction that's least resistant, and it's going to find it through the biggest pools. And the biggest pools on the decks are our pool, the candy related pool, Candy Crow, Candy
And
USDC.
what about What about tokens that you want to list without, say, providing a liquidity pool?
I want everyone to understand what disable multi hops is, because that's a really important thing for people to know how to do to control their trading on dexes.
Okay.
So if you haven't even visited the settings bar, make sure that you do that the next time you're on a dex. Hit the little gear, look at what you're using for slippage, look at what you're using for the settings. You can turn off the little flippy sounds if they're making those, because those suck. And yeah, be a professional DeFi user. What's up, Uncle Lo?
What's up? This is an interesting topic. I'm going to oversimplify it, but I think
Hold on, that's
at
an
the end of the day,
oxymoron. You can't oversimplify it. What the fuck's all that about?
Talk to me like I'm a
the
golden Labrador, Lo, like a golden Labrador.
I mean, I'm going to oversimplify it, and no offense. Hopefully, it's taken it anywhere. But LPs are stabilizers for coins, right? You're trying to launch a token. You're trying to eventually get it adopted. You're trying to build utility, and essentially have it be a part of an economy that you create. And LPs are oftentimes stabilizers for those tokens to buy time to do that. In the meantime, people will buy those tokens, pair them, and look to invest in that. But that's what gets you those high returns, right? The riskier the token, the less likely it is that they're going to be successful. The higher the APRs. So at the end of the day, like the LPs, very risky business, and chasing APRs is a dangerous proposition. And they're usually the ones that do make the money, or the ones that got in early. But if the money's if you're making good money, because I've been on some LPs that make good money, but I also recognize that there's not going to last, and because eventually people stop buying into it or contributing to it, and at some point, there's no more liquidity in that pool to distribute out. And so it's a dangerous proposition, right? And I don't think anybody is absolved from that potential, regardless of how you architected the funding mechanisms that go into that LP, because nobody's in business to lose money. At the end of the day, if you're trying to make money and you're trying to do it through a token, you're hoping that, again, you established an ecosystem, and a need and a demand for that token. So oversimplified, but that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to say oversimplified, probably overcomplicated, but I think
No,
we get the
I
point.
think it was
We get the
fairly.
point.
I honestly, I like that, Uncle Lo. And I'm proud of the ecosystem that we've built around Thunder, because that's, again, not me. That's the community. We've got multiple projects that are using Thunder as a reward token for their communities. We're on every single DEX, and we've got really big things coming this week. So I'm
Oh
pumped.
yeah,
It's
and,
hard to get bullish today, but like I'm feeling it. It's creeping
yeah.
up.
And fortunately, we have quite a number of years of history that we can look back and examine to kind of get an idea of how these things play out. Right? It's another finance mechanism, and it's a clever one. But there's a lot of chains that have are doing the same thing, and for people that are dipping their toes into LPs. And sure, you know what you're getting into. I mean, I know Alpha is something that you preached early on last year, was about the impermanent loss, right? I don't think people understand that, because that is something that will greatly affect you. You might be generating return, but that
Yeah, we
IP
might have
will.
breezed over that too quick with Voodoo, but like we can't emphasize that enough. The pairings that you want to get into are a token you love and a stable coin, especially if you're new to it, because impermanent loss can be your friend. It can also be your worst enemy.
Impermanent loss is technically a spread. That's all it is. People keep
A spread, a
overcomplicating it. Yeah,
ratio. Yeah.
whenever you make a trade, you lose money. That's just technically what it is. So many.
And the thing about
I,
LPs that we haven't mentioned is that by providing liquidity, you are making a percentage of every trade that's being added to your LP. So that's why we preach in here that it's a great long-term play if you're in this for the long term. You know, you believe in two tokens, you
I
pair
think
them,
I
you
think we
ride it
need to
out.
make it a little bit more simple for the muggles. I'm happy to make it simple for the muggles, but the
It's a
downside is they
trading
don't
pool. You
fucking want to
trade
listen, do
one
they?
for the other. It's the only way to do this without a middleman. You have to have liquidity pools. You have to be able to trade one thing for another. And if it's going through more than one pool, you're going to see your transaction fees go up. But that's exactly what it's doing is it's going this token to this token, this token to this token, and then that token to this token.
Yeah,
And
you're
there could be
buying
all
A to
types of
buy
slippage
B
in
to
there.
buy C to buy D to buy E to buy
So
F to
that's
buy
another
G.
reason to find that disable multi-hops button. And Briar, I gotta disable this fucking show. What are we doing here?
But if you're running a Dex, the last thing you should be telling people to do is to disable multi-hop, right? Because obviously it's going to purchase your token and then drive the liquidity towards the pool that you
No,
want to.
he's saying disable
No,
multi-hops
that's
because
exactly what I'm saying.
it's
I'm
going
saying
to
if you're not,
simplify the
And he
that's
also
exactly
process
what
of
I'm
said
saying,
taking
Alpha.
candy out of it.
if you're
What
running
I'm
a
saying
deck
is if you're
if
not
you're
using
running a dex, you're there to
if
make
you're not
money. You don't give a shit.
if you're not trading
Cool.
candy, you shouldn't allow candy to get involved with your trade. So if
So
you're not trading two tokens and one of those tokens is not candy, disable multi-hop because if not, what's going to happen
Okay,
is go ahead.
question, Voodoo. And I'm not taking a pop at you here. I'm actually like it's something I've been trying to get my head around, and I just can't. Right. So right. Let's say I'm trading Crow token X, right? And
Try for candy. Try for candy.
I got him.
and the trade that I'm carrying out isn't actually the trade that's happening. The trade that is actually happening in the background is that it's buying another token in order to then swap that token for the other token that I want, right?
Yeah.
So instead of having one trade, I actually have two. But isn't that artificially building up the usage and reward for the pool of that token that it's the middleman token, I'll call it?
Yes, because you're trading through that token. Yes, it does. That's why we advise people if you're not trading specifically candy, disable multi-hops because we're not a DEX that's here to make money. Like if we make zero profit, it's been a good year for us because all of the money that comes from transactions goes right back into the pool. That's not where myself or the team makes our money, which is a little different setup than most decks where the developers and the leads they make profit from us taking a percentage of those transaction fees. We don't take any of that transaction fee. That goes right back into the community. And it's specifically designed that way. So for us, all we needed to do,
Through going into the liquidity pool, though, correct?
however it goes through there, like we don't need you to transact using Candy. We don't care for you to loot. It doesn't benefit us.
No, but you said it goes back to the community, and
Oh yeah, to the
from
liquidity
what you've
pools, exactly.
explained,
To either to the liquidity
yeah,
pools
into
or
the
doing
liquidity.
burn
Okay,
or buyback and burns of the token. Those are the two mechanisms that
right,
we use,
okay,
right? But for us
cool.
personally,
Yeah,
as
no,
a
I
team,
was just that's the part of it I think that I wasn't putting together.
yeah, we don't benefit directly through the transactions that happen on the decks, which is like I said, a little different from other dexes where developers and founders they take a percentage of the fees generated by the dex. So for us, all we needed to do is take care of itself. As long as it's producing more fees than it's putting out in rewards, simple math, we're good, right? Anything else is extra to do giveaways or development or whatever, right?
You said simple maths, though. I'd love to know about the simple math thing.
Like elementary school math,
Well, if you're making
Alameda
$5
math.
Like
and you
I
spend
give you,
four,
I give you $100. You're gonna give
Did someone
me
say Alameda map?
$200 back.
Yes,
Jesus.
Maths.
I'm on fire, baby.
hey,
no, what you
Briar,
yeah,
what's
real
up?
quick, I just want to chime in here because we're talking about the um, you know volume of tokens, liquidity pools running out, different use cases for tokenization
You're a little choppy though.
experiments. Can you hear me now?
I think you need to connect to Wi-Fi, man.
Hey, I can hear you now. It's okay.
All right, can you hear me now?
Oh man.
All right, so
Yeah,
we're
there it
talking
is.
about liquidity pools and tokenization utilization. The reality of the situation is until we start trading commodities and utilizing this as a real currency, you're going to see dead ends everywhere, just dead dexes. You're going to see dead marketplaces, dead tokens everywhere. When people start incorporating it into an economy, like an ecosystem where everyone's cross-pollinating, different marketplaces are accepting different currencies for purchasing NFTs or purchasing merch or services rendered, what have you, that's when you're really going to start seeing crypto take off. But I mean, a lot of these projects have to get over themselves first, right? Because that,
Is that Briar
yeah,
speaking? Is it? Sorry, or is it? Yeah. Like, so how many dexes are on Crow now?
I'd say high 20s, maybe more. I mean, there could be
Okay,
more.
so Voodoo,
Any developer can make a DEX now.
what makes Candy different?
Oh, I'm not a representative of Candy. I don't know much about them.
No, sorry, that was aimed at Voodoo. Is Voodoo still there?
I'm still here.
Yeah. So what if there's like 20 dexes already on Chronos? What makes your dex or the dex you represent different
Yeah,
to?
I'd actually like to know that as
Oh,
well
Cole's gonna
because
take this
I
one.
got
Let's
I
go,
got in.
Cole.
I was in VVS in the beginning, so I'd like to know that too. What?
Well,
Why are you so fucking super special?
I thought you were gonna answer because you should know this by now.
sounds like
Board Candy is
sounds
better
like Cole's a little
than
salty
VVS.
there. Well, you
Yo,
sound really
everybody's
salty.
salty. I don't
I'm
know
not. I'm
what
not
they
salty.
put
Hey,
in their fucking Christmas punch, but it's not what I'm serving tonight, buddy. We are out of here, and I'm leaving on a fucking positive note, and I'm bigging up Board Candy on the way out the fucking door. Because look at what they did in the past 2 months. 2 months. Straight to number 3 on the chain. I don't care about how many dexes we have. It's probably not enough, to be honest. We don't have enough developers. We don't have enough fucking wallets. We don't have enough good tokens, bad tokens. Doesn't fucking matter. A lot of them aren't gonna last. That's just basic math. Pick the good ones. Crow's a good one. ETH is a good one. Matic is a good one. Atom is a good one. I've been talking about those for a year and a half.
Jungle sponsored by Board Candy. I'm joking.
Bro,
Joking.
not even
Joking.
once.
Joking.
Not even once.
We
Joking.
You
should
better get
actually.
in before next year
You
because
should be.
today's price is not next year's price. We are doubling the motherfucking rates if you guys want this shit to be sustainable because we've been giving out more than we take in for way too long since chip giveaways, for fuck's sake. ITK, this better be good.
Well, I thought that was a legitimate question. It's
It
not a
was.
legitimate
It was.
question.
But
Cole fucked it
the
up for everybody.
motherfucker muted you.
See, I'm gonna mute him again. Look at this. It was a great question, and the answer is they are doing it better than VVS. VVS is trying to catch up at this point with the NFT boosters, with the community tokens that are coming on board, GameFi, so much shit. I can't even tell you how impressed I am personally with what they've done over there, which is why I'm gonna do what Voodoo recommended tonight and write down a goddamn fucking infographic roadmap for all you ding dongs out there who don't fucking know what Thunder is by now and what we're doing for y'all. Jesus fucking Christ. We got people wearing Jordans out there for the first time ever breaking necks because of Thunder. You want to talk about goddamn utility with me?
Voodoo. If there's a single grammatical mistake in that fucking proposal, right? I want to hear about it, right?
You'll never hear the end, especially where. What? Don't you have a .e for that? Alpha
Oh God.
Consulting.
ENS baby. It's a community.
Whatever happens, buy Thunder, buy more Thunder, buy lots of Thunder,
Buy it while it's
buy
tax
even
free
more
and
Thunder than
bottomed
you have
out. Because
Thunder.
you don't know. I might be a financial advisor in the future and I won't be able to tell you shit like this. So the bottom is in when it comes to Thunder. The mint is probably multiple weeks away. So I'm not here to call it, but the bottom is in.
Hey, Alpha, something to think about now that your rates are going up. Maybe one of the utilities for your token holders is that the rate for them stays the same.
That's a great idea. That's a great
Makes
idea.
people go out and pick some of these up.
Yeah, I mean, there's only like 9 or maybe less now left on Croce. I don't know about Ethereum, but I hope everybody who wants one has one. And if you don't, we're gonna do some giveaways coming up to the mint. We have a couple in the bag.
What's happening with the Thunder boxes? I think I bought a couple of them.
Did you? Did you cash them in?
I haven't got a clue. I didn't get an
Oh,
email,
buddy,
or I've
here's the
had no
deal.
sneakers in the
Look,
post.
there's no expiration date. This is an ongoing program, project, process, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You go to the website islandthunder.io. You go to mystery boxes. It's going to take you to the upgrading and claiming page. So as a token holder, you go there. You can trade up your common boxes for rares, your rares for legendaries, your legendaries for epics. It's got instructions. Just like with minting them, right? There's a process. You got to do 2 transactions. So just follow the instructions. And
So what happens to us people that are lazy, that we don't have the time and
then you
effort to
don't
do
get
all that
free
kind of stuff?
Jordans, bro.
So
Because
we
you guys
don't. Do,
can't tell me
so
that you haven't
lazy
been making
people
like
don't.
8% a day.
Investors. You can put money in, but if you don't follow the steps, you don't get anything. How the fuck does that
Yeah,
work?
you're gonna have to work for what we're giving away. Because like I said, if you bought Thunder and you've been staking it,
Well,
there's
I was
really
just thinking maybe I invested, left it, sat back. Maybe someone would reward me at some point in the
there's
future.
plenty of that. There's plenty of that for lazy bones. You want to just hold tokens and watch them go up. That's
Yeah, that's me.
That's coming. Don't get discouraged, Cole. In a bear market, you gotta
poking,
work
buddy.
harder.
Just poking, just having
Put
fun.
in a little bit of. God damn, bro. Here's the deal. I don't have the fucking energy to talk over you. So drink some water, brush your teeth, own your keys, own your crypto. All right? This is DeFi. Don't forget that shit. Don't tell your seed phrase to anyone. Please, for the love of God. We're going into 2023. You're doing real good, okay? Write it down on a piece of paper. Put it someplace safe. I know a lot of you still haven't fucking done this. Write it down again. Second time. Different piece of paper. Put it someplace else. Now you're good. Now you show somebody else how to do this shit. It is not easy. It might get easier. I'm not making any promises. Buy Thunder. I'm out of here. Crofam for life. Peace.